Hey guys, it's Sarah from Sleepopolis, and today we'll be taking a close look at the Chilipad from Kryo Inc. Now this is a temperature regulating mattress pad that can heat you up, cool you down, all with the touch of a remote. But how does it work? What does it feel like? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's investigate. Now, the mattress pad itself is made from a polycotton top layer, a polycotton bottom layer, and it's filled with polyester. So while your skin won't be directly interacting with the material, it's still got a nice soft feel to it, and it doesn't make any crinkly noise when you press into it, which I love. Now, within the Chilipad is a thin microtubing through which water flows from the control units throughout the pad. And that's what's going to heat it up, cool it down, and you can adjust the temperature of the water using your remote. And it's pretty obvious because you've got sort of the red little flame, which is obviously heating, and the cool little blue snowflake, which is obviously cooling. Now, if you're confused about how to set up the Chilipad, or you're not sure how much water to put into the control unit, I cover all of that in my setup guide, which you can check out by Googling Sleepopolis Chilipad setup. So the temperature actually ranges from 55 degrees to 110. So whether you're a hot sleeper, a cold sleeper, you should be able to find your comfort zone within that range. Now, you can get either a single zone or a dual zone Chilipad. With a dual zone like this one, the microtubing inside is actually slightly divided. So you can control your temperature on one side of the pad using your remote and your control unit, and then your partner can do the same on their side using their remote and their control unit. So again, the dual zone comes with 2 remotes and 2 control units. This particular Chilipad is a queen size, but it ranges from queen to California king, and the intention is to help you regulate the temperature so that you can enjoy conditions exactly as you like them, so you can sleep comfortably all night, no matter what the weather is doing outside of your bedroom. Okay, so the really cool thing about a dual zone Chilipad is that you can have different temperatures on either side of the pad. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And because the range is so vast between 55 degrees and 110, I figured we make one as low as it can go and one as high as it can go. Now, I've actually had them cooling and heating up for the past 30 minutes, so they should be good to go. Right now, I can feel, I mean, it's really interesting. It really does feel like cold water is running underneath me. I'm not really getting like a frigid, it doesn't really feel cold to the touch, but it definitely has this sort of cool crispness to it. Now, I've got this here handy thermometer gun just so we can actually find out what the real temperature is inside. Because of course it says 55 on the remote, but this will kind of help us get an exact sense of what the temperature's at. So, just kind of point it. So right now, we're still only at about 74, so not quite down to 55. Again, as I mentioned, it does take some time for the pad to adjust, especially when you're reaching the limits of the temperature. So, be patient. It could take a little bit longer for it to drop completely, but right now it's at 74, and it does feel very cool. I myself am a hot sleeper, so I'd probably live on the cool side. Let's see what it's like over on the hot side. That is actually really kind of cool. It almost felt like I was sort of jumping into some hot water over here. I mean, I have to say I'm feeling pretty impressed by the disparity between the 2 sides. I mean, I literally, as you can see, just hopped a few inches to the left, and it's just like night and day over here. This side is definitely much hotter than this side. And even just putting one hand here, one hand over here, I can really feel the difference. Now, I'm a hot sleeper, so I don't know how much I'd be using this side. And I did crank it all the way up to 110, so let's see what the thermometer gun says. Ooh. Yeah, definitely already higher than the 75 of its cooler side. Slowly creeping up to 87. And like I said, you know, it does require a little bit of patience. I'm not sure if it will get to 110, but to be honest, I'm not even sure I would want it much hotter than this. Sort of getting a very warm electric blanket feel. So let's see how it feels when I lie down on the mattress. Okay, so I'm pleased to report that it doesn't really feel like an uneven distribution of heat. I felt just as warmed on the bottom of my feet as I did on the top of my head. And to be honest, I'm anxious to get back to the cool side because things are really heating up over here, probably breaking a sweat, so sorry. Let's just check in one more time with the temperature gun to see if it's changed a little bit, because I certainly feel warmer. And it is, it's going up to 87, sort of a gradual creep up to 90. So still not 110, but I'm definitely really impressed with how much warmer it is on this side than it is on that side, even though, you know, it's the same mattress. So let's check back with the cool side so we can cool things down a little bit. Oh, okay, that's more like it. Sort of felt like diving back into some cold water. So I definitely feel almost like it's cooled down a little bit since I've been over there, or maybe my body's just super warmed up. So let's check in with the temperature gun one more time to see where we're at. Okay, creeping down slowly to still at about 74. Overall though, I have to say, I'm really impressed. This side is definitely keeping me cool. That side is definitely keeping me warm. And I think it could be really useful, especially for couples who sleep at different temperatures. Now remember, you don't need to have it as cool as it gets or as hot as it gets. Using the remote, you can always adjust it to any temperature in between. It's really all about what's gonna make you comfortable. Ultimately, I gotta say, this is a very useful sleep accessory. So there's all kinds of fun things going on with this Chilipad. Firstly, in a dual zone Chilipad like this one, sleepers can enjoy different temperatures on either side of the mattress. Now, since most couples do sleep at different temperatures, this allows you to enjoy the temperature that you like on your side, and your partner can do the same. That way everybody's happy. Now, being able to control the temperature with a click of a remote is awesome in and of itself, but something I particularly love about these remotes is that they are radio frequency remotes, which means they don't need to be pointed in the direction of the control units in order for them to work. You can just lie back in the comfort of your favorite position and just click away until your heart's content, and it'll still work. Doesn't need to be pointed at the control unit. Not to mention, if you don't love this, you do get a 90-day satisfaction guarantee with every Chilipad. So if you're still not feeling it after 90 days, just send it on back for a full refund, minus what you paid for shipping and handling. So there are a few things about the Chilipad that some folks might consider to be a little inconvenient. Firstly, you can actually hear the water flowing through the tubes a little bit when you lie down on the pad. Now, if you're someone who needs absolute silence in order to stay asleep, this could potentially disturb you. In addition, the control units do make a bit of a whirring sound, which to me is actually quite soothing, but again, if you're a light sleeper or someone who needs absolute silence in order to stay asleep, that's something to consider. Something else to note is that the Chilipad does not come with everything you need for setup. You're going to need AAA batteries for the remotes. You're going to need distilled water and ideally a waterproof mattress pad. Now those last two are optional, but the distilled water is going to help to prevent against sediment buildup within the tubes. And the waterproof mattress protector is a good idea just in case. I mean, it is water flowing through the tubes after all. And lastly, in my experience, it took the Chilipad about 30 minutes to heat up and cool down. And the closer you approach the temperature's limits, the longer it takes. So I would recommend getting things going before you plan to get into bed so that by the time you're ready for sleep, it'll be good to go. Well, that's all for this video review, but you can find all the fun details on this Chilipad by checking out my full written review by Googling Sleepopolis Chilipad. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up, as we'll continue to help you in your hunt for the perfect bedroom accessories. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and we'd be happy to help. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.